Hey friends, Pastor Michael from Organic Church. We're excited for another season of growing together. We'd love to have you join us on Sunday mornings at 10 or Wednesday evenings at 7 for friends, family, and a whole lot of Jesus.
Welcome back. This is Nick Allfolder out of Organic Church. This is Growing Together. This is the podcast where we talk about everything Jesus, everything that we've got faith in, everything we're hoping to see come to pass, and just sitting around talking to good friends and just trying to find how we can get closer to the Lord every single day. So I feel like we just saw each other just a couple seconds ago. Is that right? No, I don't know. Man.
Strange feeling.
Time's going fast. Yeah. It's February now. So I think when this episode posts or when this episode finally airs, we might be in March, which is a good thing. I'm ready for March.
I'm more than ready.
Yeah. So the time change will be coming. Easter will be coming. So yeah, that'll be more like it.
Yeah, I try not to rush things.
Yeah.
I know. Same.
I am looking forward to warmer weather.
Me too.
Margie and I got 3 days and we'll be off to the Bahamas.
Stop. I thought it was where at in the Bahamas, do you know?
Yeah. We're going to Celebration Key first, which is Carnival's Island. So that's their newest one. And then we're going to Nassau. And then the last stop's, I don't know how to say it. It's like Bimini or Bimini.
Bimini.
So that's our last stop.
Yeah, we went to Blue Island. We went to Grand Bahamas, Nassau, and Freeport.
I've been to Freeport too.
Yeah. Freeport's nice, but it's got like a little rundown section in it too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And we took a horse carriage through
did you?
Freeport. Yeah, it was really nice.
They have a great snorkeling place in Freeport. You have to get on a bus, and it's like, I think it's half an hour, 45 minutes away from where the ship is. And oh my goodness, the stuff you see. We saw sea turtles. We saw everything. It was beautiful. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And you haven't done anything like that yet. Huh?
No, it's my first cruise.
Yeah, it's my sixth cruise. I've been on 5 before.
See, she has me outnumbered. Connie has me on everything. I have 2 cruises, both to the Bahamas, which I don't mind because it's a great place. It really is. It's a lot of things to see and a lot of relaxation. So, and the people are just so, hospitable. They're just like service you wouldn't believe. They teach people how to serve because it was like when we were on Blue Island, I think I told you already that I was sitting on this like chaise lounge or whatever and I'm in the sand and just relaxing. Next thing I know, this guy comes up. He's like, "Hey, man, can I get you another drink?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you can." But it's like almost like right on cue. And
Yes.
like, I don't have to move. And they're like, "Can I take your order?" And they're coming up but they have like a little menu and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I know. Yeah.
Paradise.
Yeah. Even on the ships. I mean, you don't lift your finger for nothing.
No.
That's why I told Nick, I said, there's no trash cans because they pick everything up. As soon as you're done eating, your plate's gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's the best vacation for a mother. It's so nice.
I can't speak on that.
Yeah.
but I would assume it is because.
Well, if it's a good trip for the mother, then it's going to be a good trip for the father.
Yeah, dad's gonna love it.
Yeah, because we don't have to do anything. Because if you go and you rent a condo, you go to the beach, I still have to do laundry. I still have to do the dishes.
Yep.
I still have to clean. I don't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
I love it.
And you have to, and I said this to Nick, you have to do all inclusive. Once you go, you got to do all inclusive where you can, your drinks, your food, all of that, and just nonstop.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, loved it. You got to have a couple of plans on the sea. Once you get off the boat, you gotta have plans to do something, because it's just not enough to be on the boat. The boat is great.
Oh yeah.
The boat is great, but when you get off, it's nice to have some things planned that you guys can, the family stuff, and if it's at all possible, just stuff that the two of you can do. Because
we do. We have excursions already lined up.
That's what Nick was saying.
Yeah, the first stop, we just got a big cabana so everybody could be in it, because it's just a big swimming pool and then the beach. That's pretty much what Celebration Key is. So we got a big cabana, so we have seats and shade, and then there's drinks and stuff that's included in this cabana. And then the second one, him and I are just going to tour the island of Nassau. So like just the church there. I know
there's a church there.
There's a real pretty church we're going to see and some other things, but it's just him and I. And we were supposed to do something with Charlie, Elatris, and Meg, and they sold out of tickets, so it kicked us out of it. And Nick's like, well, that's probably for the better. Now it's just you and I. I'm like, that's true. We probably will have a good time.
Love you, Elatris.
Yeah. They get Maggie. Maggie's going to go Charlie and Elatris to see sea lions, so...
I did want to see the sea lions.
So
I'll admit. I thought that was going to be pretty cool.
But that's okay. Just touring the island's going to be cool, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So we're excited. Just get out of this cold weather.
Yep.
That'd be nice.
I told you, I don't even need to know where I am.
Yep.
Don't need to, it doesn't matter to me.
And that won't change when you get there either. Because you'll be like, I don't care where I'm at. Fill her up.
Oh, man. So, yeah, we're ready. We're ready. All right, guys. Well, tonight we're going to just have a short, but hopefully meaningful discussion about worship. Now, I'm the odd man out of this conversation. Let me tell you why. When I come home from work, if Margie's home, when I come home, say I got to do kitty litter, whatever, I want to listen to my pro wrestling podcast right now. That's what I'm into. Or I want to listen to Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers or the Beatles, something secular. So that's what I tend to listen to. Now, when she comes home, it doesn't matter what we've got going on. She tells Alexa to go right to worship music. So that's her music to listen to anytime. Not to mention, when we're in church, she's all geared up for the worship part. And she's really into it. She's singing the whole time. She's really engaged. Me, I'm more reserved. And I'd be very respectful, and I'm in the moment. I would never leave to go to the bathroom or sit down, or, I believe that, it's, I'm supposed to be reverent in those moments. But I'm waiting on the word. I'm waiting on Pastor Michael, to give his sermon. That's what's going to make my week. So her and I are, I think, a little different on that. But like I said, she has the passion for the worship. And Dale, I know you do, because I've watched you. And sometimes that's, and I'll let everybody in on a little secret. Sometimes that's what I'm doing in those moments. And I'll even admit this, Pastor Michael, sometimes when he's leading everybody in prayer, there are times when I like to observe. So I like to just watch Michael give the prayer, and I like to watch the people who are in the church, who are, in prayer. I just like to do that sometimes. Because even though maybe I'm not there yet, but I feel like I'm not built that way, but I still really respect it. And I do get something out of it, but maybe it's on a different level. Yeah. Like I said, I know you're into it, Dale, because I've watched you. You sing all the songs, you clap. I mean, you can tell this really builds you up, fills you up for the week, and moves you into getting ready for the word. And so I just wanted to first ask, so explain to me, what is it about the music that inspires this love of worship in you guys?
Do you want to go first, or you want me to go?
Go ahead.
Okay. Because there's a lot that music's always done something for me. Even when I was before I was like heavily into listening to Christian music, when I would go to clubs and stuff like that, as soon as I heard that right beat, I was into it. But it just kind of flipped when it has not just physical effect on you, but emotional and spiritual effect on you. And there are certain songs that I hear, like I'll be honest, I don't know all the new songs, but the songs that we play at church, the older ones have a lot of meaning for me. But lately, what we've been singing, some of them, there's a song by CeCe, Winans, "Come Jesus Come," and I almost always want him to play that because it hits me immediately. It's like, you probably see me as soon as that song plays, I'm like, it just puts me in the presence of God. And I always pray before church. No, my wife knows this, but I sit in a seat, or at least I try to. Sometimes I get interrupted or busy or whatever, but I try to get to where God knows that I'm trying to be reverent to him. So I sit there and I pray and get in a space where I know I'm in his house, and whatever comes out of me is what he intends to come out. And so worship, as far as music goes, because I don't think music is the only type of worship, but worship to me is the way I pay him back in church, is the way outside of tithing or my service outside of church, it's another way for me to pay him back. It's like, this is my praise to you. This is how I tell you, you are my everything. And so I hear a song and I'm like, my first thing is like, oh, I love this song. And then it's the emotion. And I'm like, it's like whatever the song is, I just feel it and I love it. Like, I know a name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that
Yeah.
song. I love that song. Lion.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sit here and name a bunch of songs.
Yeah.
But you guys know I roar when that part says roar.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
But
gratitude. That's
yeah,
a great. Oh my
gosh,
goodness.
gratitude.
Beautiful name. That's one of my favorites.
Yep. There are so many.
There are.
And I like to, give credit to the artist, but I don't think I can. I mean, I can because they wrote the song.
Yeah.
But it's God inspired. And so whenever you hear one that you like, I feel like the Spirit just goes like, okay, what do you want to do with it? Where are you going to go with it? I mean, because I take what the song is saying and I feel it. That's why I like "Come Jesus Come" so much, because it's like, it says, "Come Jesus come," and it's just like, we all want, we want to see him. We want to let him know how much we appreciate what he's done and what he's, that sacrifice that he made that none of us could ever make. And so you hear that song and she's so soft and powerful at the same time. And that's a hard thing to do, is to be quiet in a song, like just have that softness, but behind it you hear that push of the Spirit, and it's just like, every time it hits me, and I'm just like, I either want to cry, or raise my hands, and so that's, I don't have like a particular song that does that for me, but any one of them can do it at any time. So, and I have you guys already know, I have no qualms about hands in the air and
As you shouldn't. You should be able to do what's comfortable for you. And
Yeah. And I don't begrudge anybody that doesn't do it, because I feel like everybody worships in their own way, because that's why God didn't make us all the same. Sorry. But he made us. David danced before the Lord, and they tell you to make a joyful noise unto the Lord. But it doesn't say musically make a joyful noise. You can make a joyful noise in any way you choose to the Lord. You can, in your own heart and in your own spirit, be like, God, I love you for all you've done for me. And you're not saying it out loud, but he hears everything. So if you're in that spirit, in that frame of mind, that's just as good as me sitting there shouting, lying at the top of my lungs. So,
yeah. I mean, I've loved music since the time I've been in diapers. Like, those are my first memories, is my mom playing certain records when I was just little. Like, the first record I remember is Michael Jackson's Off the Wall. Like, I remember hearing that. I was still in diapers. I know I was. And to this day, like, I can still see my mom's record player, and I can still see myself in that house and being just that little and hearing that record. And so I've always loved music, and I loved it so much that I wanted to learn to play piano and guitar, and I've done those things. But like you were saying, like, you could go to a club or something and you could dance, right? I can't do that. Like, I have to have the guitar to play or perform or to sing music. Like, I couldn't, like, I went to a couple school dances. I would just sit there in the bleachers.
Same.
I wasn't going out there and dancing. Oh, yeah. So I never had that type of expression musically, even though I love it very much. And talking about spiritual music, I'm an old school guy. Like, I love, like, Johnny Cash's "Were You There When They Crucified My Lord?"
Yep.
The way that he sings that, and the way that Anita Carter comes in with her background vocals, just sends a chill up my spine. But it's almost introspective for me, like you were saying. It's not something necessarily that I want to pour out, but it's something that
you take it.
I take it in. And I just learned to be a very reserved person. And in a lot of ways, I think I did because that's what I had to do to survive. Like, I couldn't let my emotions show. I felt like if I let my emotions show, I'm going to be in trouble. Like, I'm going to fail. Like, because there was just a lot of things happening in my young life that I thought, got to keep it together, got to keep it in. Yep. So I built this amount of reserve into my character and who I am, to where I feel I'm doing my duty to God by being reserved, because that's how I've been able to succeed in life. And that's my relationship with him, is to be, you keep it together, you stay strong, you don't act out, you don't tell too many people your feelings. And if you got feelings, tell it to God, don't tell it to anybody else. So I don't know if that kind of affects the way I worship or the way I think about it, because I'm not that expressive of a person that way. Like, I can't let loose. Let's just say it like that. Yeah, like, I don't feel comfortable letting it loose in front of other people in that regard. I just don't. Yeah. So that one's hard for me. But like I said, there are just certain songs that when I hear them, like, it does get in me, but it stays in me. Yeah. And it does fill me, but I can't let it out. And that's just the way it is. And I haven't, and maybe I'll find that someday, but that's where I'm at with the way that I worship. And it's just a little bit different than you do. And I stand next to Margie every week, and she's always holding my hand. That's the thing. Like, if I'm not holding her hand, she grabs my hand. But she's always moving. So when I'm holding her hand, I'm kind of moving because she's moving.
Yeah, I can't help it. You know, I try not to do that, but I can't help it. I do move.
So kind of explain your what worship means to you and what the music means to you. Because like I said, you don't just listen to this at church. You go home. If we're in the car, that's what she wants to put on. When she gets home and she's making dinner, that's what she puts on. If she goes to get her bath, that's what she puts on. So it's just not something she does in church. It's something that she really does.
I do listen to pop too, because I listen to everything that
She
my
does,
kids listen to. But I love worship. I love to sing, and I feel like I sound pretty good. But I get so much criticism from my kids, from my whole entire life. People would tell me I sounded terrible. So I don't sing for people. I won't sing. Yeah. But by golly, if I'm in the kitchen, I'm a harping because I love to sing. So I do sing a lot. But in church, as far as I do hold Nick's hand the whole time. I do dance around, but I don't hold my hands up. But I will tell you, in my mind, my hands are high. They are high. But I don't know why I don't, but I don't. But the whole time I'm there, they're in the air. And I know that sounds crazy, but they are. They are high in the air, but they're not for anybody to see.
But they are.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what you said. That's why I was talking about what you do in your spirit.
Yeah.
If your spirit, your hands are up, I know a lot of people want to see an outward expression of your enjoyment or your faith or whatever, but sometimes the love of God is internal.
Yeah,
and you are feeling Him. You're overjoyed, but at the same time, you're in that quiet place.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. And so nobody knows what's going on in that moment but you and Him.
Yeah.
So you in the presence of God, your hands may be like
they are
way out here, but outside you're just like holding Nick's hand. Now, if you weren't holding Nick's hand, then maybe they would be up. Who knows?
Yeah,
but we'll never know because that's not the dynamic.
Right. Yeah.
But, your spirit is drawn to praise Him vocally, and your spirit is drawn to lift its hands. But it's not an outward show. It's the same as like I don't want to call it bottled up, but you feel the Spirit, you contain it, and then you rejoice with Him through whatever the pastor brings to us. That is your way of rejoicing. That is your worship. Because, as like I said, I don't believe that, just singing songs is worship. It's obviously worship, but it's not the only kind of worship. I worship God by taking in His word. He inhabits the praise of His people, yes. But that is one way to praise Him, is to pay attention to His word. Because when my dad used to speak to me and I wasn't paying attention, there was a price to pay. So it's like, I told you that. So, but there was nothing made me happier than when I did something that my dad was overjoyed for. And when you do something that the Lord has called you to do, whether it's sing for Him or do what He's asked you to do in service, I knock things over if I'm not careful. But God is happy when you're doing those things that He's called us to do. And so no matter how you do it, because everybody does it differently, that's the joy of it, is everybody does it differently. And you looking around the room to see people doing their thing their way, I think that's fine and perfect, because
I don't always do that. There's just times where I'm like,
I know,
yeah,
because I do the same thing. Because especially lately, I've done it because we have so many new people at our church. I've looked to see either whether they're enjoying it, or whether they're checked out, or whether they enjoy the service, whether they're singing too, or different things. That's just the human part of it. But it's like you just want to worship in whatever way is pleasing to God. And there are so many different ways to do it. There is I listen to that sermon. I go home, get in the Word so I can get close to you. And that's your worship. You say, I praising you with my hands held high in spirit. And I go home and I still carry that with me because I'm going to hear some God. I go home and we're the same, except Connie and me, when we go home, if we're washing dishes, she has the gospel music on and stuff like that. And we always have gospel music on, usually if we're doing something, because we have so much stuff to do. We don't usually get a chance to listen to anything. So like we'll have Crowder on, or if we're playing Crowder, it's because Elsa's asked for it. That's her boyfriend. But it always cracks me up when she sings with me, because she sings. I know you guys probably heard her every once in a while. She sing "Lion" with me. Oh my gosh, I love when she does that, when she sings with me. She don't do it very much anymore because her and Adeline have gotten to be such good friends that she sits with Adeline. So she doesn't really sit with me, so we don't do that. But
now, when you were young, Dale, when you went to church, what kind of songs were you singing? What?
Mostly hymns.
Okay.
Yes,
Was that same for you?
Yeah, I love hymns.
Yeah,
I miss
do
hymns.
Too. I do too, because
Yeah.
a lot of, I miss hymns because in my mind they are almost like prayers.
Yeah.
And so you get it's a way to draw closer to him than I think a lot of the songs that are out now. Like, I'm not trying to be critical of these people, but like Forrest Frank, I don't consider his songs to be worship songs, because like Lemonade, that's it, yes, he mentions Jesus, but he's like, my Jesus making and you just can't.
I don't even know what that is, so I must not have heard that one.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But he has a lot of songs that are all bubbly and and stuff like that, and it's just sometimes you just want to hear something that's like solemn and almost sacred.
Yeah.
When you're listening, so like so that you feel like you're at the feet of the Master.
Yeah.
So you feel like you're with God. You feel like you're in His presence.
Yeah, that is more my speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, Johnny Cash sings that.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's how I feel. Like I'm at the foot of God with it.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually at the crucifixion.
Yeah. And they come through with such power.
Yeah.
And there's you can hear the hurt in their voice when they're singing those songs, and it just
and these were, and I think for me, there's a scene in the Johnny Cash movie Walk the Line where he goes in to audition for Sam Phillips, and he starts singing this gospel tune, which I think it was an old Jimmy Davis tune. I was there when it happened. And, of course, him and the other two guys are auditioning, singing this song, and Sam Phillips tells him to stop. And he's like, well, it's fine for Jimmy Davis. He's like, but I don't believe you. And he's like, what are you trying to tell me? You're trying to tell me I don't believe in God? And he's like, no, it's not what I'm trying to say. It's just the way that you're singing it. It's the same song that we've heard everybody else sing, and the way that they sing it, it's been recorded 100 times. Like, it's almost to the point where nobody's even listening to it anymore. It's not believable. So he's saying, you got to sing me something that's actually coming from your soul.
From the heart,
from your soul. And of course he does. He goes on to sing Folsom Prison Blues and all those. But then later he does carry over when he moves from Sun Records over to Columbia. It's in his contract that he's going to be allowed to release so many gospel albums, which I just think is incredible for, secular rock and roll country artists to make that demand. Like, this has to be part of my contract. Is I want to record these songs because they mean that much to me. But it's that kind of thing. And for me, I tend to gravitate towards those types of songs because it's like, I'm like, yeah, I believe them when they sing it. Because like you said, you can almost feel, because these are the songs that they would sing when they were all together out there, because Johnny Cash and his family, they were sharecroppers. Mm-hmm. And so they'd all be out in the fields picking cotton or picking crops, doing whatever they had to do to survive. And mom has them out there singing all these gospel tunes to get them through the day.
Yeah.
So you could tell they weren't just songs that they felt they needed to sing or that everybody else was singing. No, they were singing these songs to survive, to be closer to God in the hard times they were in. And you can, like you said, you can hear it in their voice when they sing it.
Well, this is going to kind of crack you up because I'm going to transition from that. But MC Hammer.
He
had where he had to have at least one song about God on his CDs. And he had a song called Pray, which they don't play very much, but
they did at the time though.
Oh yeah.
If you remember, they did at the time.
Yeah. I used to unfortunately I used to dance to that one too.
And that's the thing, and that's really something, because every kid loved You Can't Touch This. Mm-hmm. So the kids are in.
Yep.
And then, but then if you have an artist that sings about praying, guess what? Them kids are going to want to learn how to pray.
Yep. Well, I found it odd. I grown through a lot of decades, and the realization that our country, we used to have pop and Christian was blended. Like you could have a song that mentioned God in it, and it would be on the radio, and then one day that stopped. I don't know why. I don't know why we felt like we couldn't keep the two together or anything like that, because I know they have separation of church and state, but I'm like,
I know. It seems like lately they've been sneaking their way back in. Lauren Diego was on there for the longest time when she came. Yeah. And people didn't realize it was a Christian song, because Maggie at that time was coming to church, loved her music, her worship music here, and her dad was listening to Lauren Diego's song, and Maggie's like, you do know that that's a Christian song, Dad, don't you?
Yep.
And her dad's like, no, it's not. Maggie's like, yes, it is, Dad.
It is.
So, they just put that in there, and then Jelly Roll with Brandon Lake, that one's a huge one.
Even Forrest Frank, I mentioned just a little bit ago, he's had a couple, he had that song of his, Up, plays on secular radios every now and then. But yeah, he's really good. I like For King and Country. They had Dolly Parton on one of their songs, and I like that one.
I love Dolly.
Yeah, it's called God Only Knows.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She sings. They have a couple of versions, but on one version she sings with it, and it's to me their best version is with her singing it, because she's got that. I'm not even going to try it.
Because she's Dolly.
We
need
absolutely,
to know. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because what was that one she sang with? I can only imagine that guy. Mercy Me.
Yeah,
she sang that one with it.
Mm-hmm. She sang the one with... we went to see him.
Oh, no, that's who I'm talking about. Who was it?
It's terrible.
I can look at my playlist.
But yeah,
I'm drawing a blank too. She's so good though. Dolly.
She is.
I just love her.
I've always liked Dolly Parton.
Just can't.
She's very
I was the wrong.
Sincere about her
Zach
the way
Williams.
she treats people. Oh yeah.
Well, not
there
too
was
long.
Jesus. There was Jesus.
Not too long ago.
I love that song.
Yeah. Well, not too long ago, which you may not know this name. We only know it because of our stepdaughter, but Sabrina Carpenter.
She's my daughter, not our stepdaughter. That's my girl.
My stepdaughter. Yes. Sorry.
I know her, but I don't know.
So Sabrina wanted to record a song with Dolly. Mm-hmm. And Dolly said, that's fine. Said, but at no time can you criticize the Lord or say anything against the Lord or anything like that. She drew the line in the sand right away. Yes, I'll sing with you, but just so you understand,
Yeah, a lot of people.
This is what I won't do.
A lot of people want that voice because she's one of the few people nowadays that if you hear her sing, you know who it is.
Yeah. She was trying to say, I won't sing anything outside of what I believe in.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her, Reba McEntire, they're people that I like to hear sing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I like distinction.
Oh yeah,
People's
and that's
voices
definitely missing from today's music.
yeah,
We don't want to get off on that tangent. I mean, I could go on that one all night, but Dolly Parton, she makes no bones about the fact that she loves being portrayed as this blonde, not a bimbo, but because she definitely makes it clear, like, I'm an intelligent woman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, she loves the makeup. She loves the,
Her outfit.
the outfits, all that stuff. But she, makes it very clear that who she is spiritually. And yeah, she doesn't, blur those lines. And that's what's missing from, like you said, that sincerity.
Mm-hmm.
Even if she didn't say it, when she sings it, you can hear it,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you worship when you come to church?
I feel, like I said, I am always, there are a lot of times where I'll come in on church on Sunday and I can tell you where I almost feel empty. Like I've emptied the tank out for the week. And the word is what fills it back up. So when I'm during worship, like I'll be completely honest, like I'm reverent. I know it's important, but it's not lifting the gauge very much for me. Certain songs will, like certain songs that I really like or can get into more so than others will, but still that gauge isn't going up. If it was just worship and I didn't get the word, I'd be in trouble. And that's being 100% honest. I wouldn't be able to fill the tank back up without the word.
I don't think that any church service, one without the other, is very good, because in my mind, even though it doesn't move the needle for a lot of people, because you're not the only person that's like, I just want to hear the pastor. I just want the message. I just whatever. But for a huge amount of people, the music, if it's sincere, that's why I said certain songs wouldn't move the needle for me either in worship. Like I said, there are some artists, like I love Toby Mac, but if you play him in church, it's probably not going to move the needle much for me.
Same with me.
Because
another problem I have though is I'm such a music critic. Because like I said, I'm a music lover and I've listened to all types of music from clear back in we're talking old 20s jazz.
Oh yeah.
Like Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington.
Oh my God.
I'm going all the way back. So I've studied everything. And so I'm a big music critic anyway. So I can, unfortunately, I can judge even Christian music that way. Like if it doesn't hit me the way that I feel that it needs to, then it doesn't do it for me. Like I can't, like if Michael would play Hank Williams Sr.'s I Saw the Light, I'd be like, yeah. But, and I know that's not going to happen. That's not, and I'm not saying he should. I'm just saying if he did, that would be like, because those are the type of songs that gospel songs,
Nick dance
that would get me like excited, like that I really like get into. And it's just, that's the way it is. I'm not going to lie about that. So yeah, so I can be hard on music anyway, because I've studied it so much and I feel like I know what's good and what's bad. And so music, sometimes I'm looking at it from a musical standpoint rather than from a worship standpoint, so it's just like, because like Margie wouldn't listen to the stuff I listen to. She's not going to listen to Duke Ellington and Louis Armstrong. She hears me listen to that stuff. She's like, that's stupid.
I don't necessarily
It's like-
think it's stupid, but
When I'm thinking, like, this is genius. Like, these are the guys that built the house. You know,
I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'll be honest though, because like I said, I've listened through a lot of decades of music, and I like Cab Calloway and just different artists that just brought a different style and how they sang or how they played their
they
instrument.
built the house. They made it.
Yeah, like Louis Armstrong. He even though he didn't really impress me as a singer, the way he played the trumpet when he was singing, Satchmo or whatever. But they all have a style, but it does in my mind. A lot of people may disagree. Christian music has the most going for it. And when you get into Christian music, hymns to me are where it's at, because hymns allow you to feel him. Because some of these songs that you hear now, it's the beat and then the singer and all that, whereas the hymn is stripped down, and it's just a lot of times just a piano.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot easier to feel connected, if you ask me, through a hymn.
Yeah.
I love
pianos and organs. Yeah, that's where it's at.
Like Old Rugged Cross.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I mean, if you can't feel in the spirit from listening to On a Hill Far Away.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, because, some of the worship songs, Glorious Day is probably one of my favorites, because you can feel that song, and when Jesus comes out of the grave and just, I think I cry every single time we sing that one. But there's some of them, I like them because of the beat. And that's it, because you're not getting much of the word in those songs. It's just the beat. It's a fun song, but there's some that there's so much into it, and they're just great. And but those seem to be not few and far between, but there's a lot less of those ones that you can feel inside you. But I mean, I love them all, because I would say probably 75 to 85% of the time I'm crying during worship, because there is usually that one song
that started the
that
flood.
just starts it. And I know for like 2 weeks solid through worship, I cried, and I just thank God that he kept me here for everything, because I went through such a time in my life where I didn't want to be here anymore. And so for like 2 weeks, it was the worship songs that I just stood there and I cried, and just thanking him, because the things I would have missed if I would have been able to check out when I wanted to,
like
know?
Yeah. It's like the one song that, I don't know her name, but we sing her song like every other Sunday, and she's about
Charity.
yes,
Charity
Gayle.
Yeah, I've been singing that all the time. It's the only reason why I knew that's who you were talking about.
My gosh!
I've been playing that
every time she comes on.
That's a great one.
If I'm not crying before she came on, I'm crying when she's done, because she says everything that I feel in a prayer.
Yeah,
and it's just like it's a prayer in a song, and it's just like, that's how I feel, God. That's what I want. That's, I'm saying what she's saying. I'm not saying it as eloquently, but that's what I feel. That's what I mean. Like,
I speak Jesus. Is that the one?
Yes, I speak Jesus. And I try to get, when I sing it, I don't try to sound like her, but I try to feel whatever it is she's feeling, because I see her and she's like,
yeah.
And she's feeling it, and I'm like, I hear all of it, and I'm like, I just want to get that close to you, God. I just want to do it. And so you start singing it, and the sincerity, some people are sincere, some people aren't, it doesn't matter. But in my mind, when I'm singing, I'm trying to give him sincere praise. I'm trying to sincerely say, what that person is saying. I'm like, God, I feel that. That's what I feel. And if I can sing it loud enough and high enough and whatever, even I know it don't sound good. I don't care. But
You sound good, Dale. You do. I hear you. You sound
and
good.
I'm like, I just want to show you that everything is there for you.
Yeah.
All of it. My songs, my prayers, my praise, everything for you. And she says it so perfectly that every time she sings it, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't look over when that song comes on.
Yeah. Oh, I cry.
Well, now I'm going to next time it comes on.
Yeah.
I know you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I will be. You won't even have to worry about
That is a good.
Don't look at me, Nick. Stop.
I'll look at her going, I'm crying, man.
That is a good.
It is.
She does do.
Absolutely.
a good job
That's
on
a
that
beautiful
song.
song.
Yeah, because you could tell she gives it everything
And
she's
she
got.
gives it
She does,
everything.
yeah.
And that song with that Brandon Lake sings and the one lady sings with him, This Is a Move.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
She
yes.
reminds me of Louis Armstrong.
I
I'm
know.
sorry, because she's got
She's
sweat
got
towel there.
Yeah, and the
She's
big
got-
puffy cheeks.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Yeah,
she's a
she
singer.
gives it all,
She could
buddy.
do it.
Yeah, that's
Oh
great
my,
too.
Yeah.
She leaves it all on the stage
Yeah.
because I was like,
Yeah.
yep. I'm like, go, sister.
Yeah.
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 And I'm always thinking, because most of these female singers, right, that are big stars, they can't hold a candle to her vocals.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, why
Yep.
why can't we
this
have
one-
singers
Yeah.
like this?
Yeah.
You
And
know-
you know why? You know why? Because they've chosen.
Yeah.
Because that lady has chosen. She said, and I don't want to put words in her mouth, but if I had to guess, I would say she said, I'm following God.
Yeah.
And if he wants riches and fame and glory for
He'll
me,
give it to me.
then he'll give it to me.
Yeah.
But until then, boom, deal with these vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she
She's
does
amazing.
kill
She
Yeah.
does a great job.
Follow that one.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
Like,
follow
you
that.
guys
Yeah.
are good.
Old
but
Sabrina can't touch
No.
Shallow
Oh,
Road.
like none of them can.
No.
No, they sing
They're
in a
all
whisper.
auto tune. Is it
Yeah,
called? They don't even know.
they sing in a whisper.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
And this is another thing. When you are singing, not trying to bring finances or anything into it, but when you are singing to the glory of God, you are in a class by yourself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you can bring everything.
Yeah.
Because if you're like different, like if you're playing secular music, they will like, okay, that was good, but we're gonna, like you said, auto tune this. We're gonna bring these up and bring that. When
Yeah.
when
Well, and
she
I
steps-
even think that about even like Elvis Presley and Johnny Cash. I mean, yeah, they were great in their own right with the secular songs that they had in their
Don't-
top 40 hits.
Carol,
But when Elvis sang "Peace in the Valley" and when Johnny Cash sang "Were You There When They Crucified My Lord," it went to another level. Like there was another piece of their soul that was in that, and it even goes beyond how great they already were. I mean, so just yeah, I get it. Like when you're singing to the Lord or about the Lord, and you're being genuine. I mean, there's just something about it that
well, it's like I said, he inhabits
Takes it up
the
a
praise
peg.
of his people.
yeah,
And so when you start to do what he would have you do as far as worship, whatever it is, but if you're doing it and you're doing it because it's what you feel like he's called you to do, he's going to be in that.
Mhm.
And so when he's in it,
Yeah.
then you're gonna hear it, you're gonna feel it because
Mhm.
nothing he says returns void. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna boost it.
Yeah.
Amplifiers ain't got nothing on me.
Yeah.
What's this? But yeah, I think for me worship is super important.
Mhm.
And I try to
I agree.
think about whether I could go to a church that doesn't have worship, like conventional worship. But
No, and I wouldn't want that. No.
I don't think I
No.
could if you just came in and went straight to the message.
No.
Because any church I've ever been in that was any good, well, I shouldn't say any good, but that held my interest it was music that put your spirit in that spot to hear the message. Because a good pastor, and I think we have a good pastor, will put the music together to where you're feeling something by the time he gets up there to say something. You are, even if you don't sing it, you're feeling something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so
it's priming you for the message.
yeah, it's not like they get up there and they go lollipop, lollipop, So yeah, so when he approaches you, you are already feeling something, and then he gets up there and takes it to a direction, and you're able to go to the throne because of the entire setup, because of the music, and because of what that pastor spoke. And then you can go home, which is what we're supposed to do. Go home, take that and go, I'm still energized by that. And whatever you happen to do with your friends or the rest of your week, you should be able to energize them too, because of the combination of all that stuff coming together to make something that stirs your spirit. That's what worship and the word do for me. Is it just gets me going. I'm like, if I don't go to church on any given Sunday, I don't know why. The rest of my week is
I agree. Yeah, that's how it is for us too. And we're gonna be MIA for 3 Sundays because we're going to be on that cruise for 2 of them because we have to leave. And then by the time we get off, we'll be back home. But then when we get home, we have a birthday. Our grandbaby's going to have a birthday party. And then we have a hockey match the following Sunday.
Yeah, Seth bought us hockey tickets for Christmas. Just happened to be
who?
The Penguins and
Blue Jackets.
I'm not sure.
Columbus.
It's in Pittsburgh.
It's in Pittsburgh, yeah. So we're going to a hockey match, yeah, and that's 3 weeks in a row. That's going to be.
But yeah,
I don't like to do that.
Hockey is my favorite sport.
Is it? We used to watch the Nailers. I took the boys when they were little.
Quite a few Nailers games.
Yeah, and that's fun, especially when they slam against that.
Oh yeah,
or start fighting.
They're the ECHL, so there's a lot of fights in the ECHL. That and the AHL, because I've gone to watch a couple of Monsters games, and those are fun. Those are fun to watch because once one team starts to beat the other one, it's when the fights break.
Yeah,
third
their gloves.
Yeah, third period, those gloves are coming off.
Yes.
They're like, we might lose. Bam.
Yeah, everybody starts cheering.
Oh yeah. But
this will be my first cruise and first hockey game.
Yeah, now I'm a little jealous. Yeah, it is my favorite sport. My daughter got me for Christmas. She asked me what I wanted, and I told her I wanted a hockey jersey. I said I want a real one because they're not cheap.
Yeah.
So she got me one. My favorite player is Sergei Bobrovsky, and
Mrs. Columbus.
Huh?
What team?
He used to play for Columbus. That's why he's my favorite, because he's a goalie. My favorite position is the goalie. And he used to play for them, and then they had to trade him because it's Columbus and they couldn't afford him. So he went to the Panthers, got a couple of championships with them, and that's where he plays right now. So she got me a Florida Panthers jersey.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice.
And so Connie's like, you should wear that to church sometime. I said, I will not be wearing this. I am going to find a frame, and it's going on my wall.
Yeah.
But yeah, hockey is absolutely my favorite sport.
Yeah.
I know that's like way off topic, but
that's okay. It was my fault. My bad.
No. No.
But that's why we're going to miss worship. So, I mean,
but yeah, even just like 1 week missing.
I know.
Missing is
you can
hurt.
feel it. Yeah, you can feel it in you.
I'm like, if you spend any time in church, and it becomes part of you, and you can't miss it.
No.
And then when you do, it's like the rest of your week is is a chore. And yeah, you can read the Bible to yourself and stuff like that at home, but it doesn't. I think it's the unity, because yes, you can read the word, and yeah, he's reading the word or whatever, but it's like-minded people striving and knowing that we're all sinners. We've all fallen short of the glory of God, and yet here we are in this one place, trying to get something, and trying to show God we love Him.
Yeah.
And that's what does it for me, because I like seeing Marcus. I love seeing Jenny. I love seeing you guys. And then you get the worship music, and then you get the sermon, and then it just pulls your week together. And it's to me anyway, a great way to kick off your week is church. Come to church, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't look at it as the end of your week, but the beginning of your week.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the way to start. I always say that because Sunday's first day on the calendar. It's not a weekend; it's a week start. It's where you get the fire to start your week.
Yeah,
because that's why Monday is such a drag to me. Anyway, is because I spent Sunday having all this fun and enjoying myself in church, and now I have to work. But yeah.
All right. Yeah, I just wanted to say that I knew this was going to be a good topic. I didn't have an idea going into church on Sunday. And actually, I was laying in bed Saturday night thinking about it. And being the host of the show, I think it's my responsibility to come up with the topic. And usually I'm being a little selfish, thinking, well, what can I bring to the table? And then I thought, wait a minute. Let's think about this. You got two people who are very passionate about worship. Why not talk about that? I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Man's a genius.
Yeah.
It's like, stop thinking so hard about it. Because I was really thinking, like, man, I got to come up with a topic. Like, I don't have one. We got to do 2 more on Wednesday before we go on vacation. Just don't have it. And then all of a sudden it was like, well, quit thinking so hard.
Yeah.
Quit being selfish and just think about it for a second.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, that's perfect. Standing there on Sunday, I'm looking over at you, Dale, like, yep, I got it. That's a great topic. And I'm moving along with Margie because she's shaking me back and forth. I'm like, yep, I got it. Okay. So it's just like, that's key. It's just,
Oh man. That's too
quit
fun.
thinking so hard and just,
Right,
don't be selfish and think about the people around you and how they affect you, and something will come to light for sure.
Absolutely.
And it did. So
Yeah.
I'm glad we did this one.
And it was a good topic as far as I'm concerned. It was
Yep.
something I don't mind talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love worship.
Same.
All right, Dale, you want to pray us out?
Sure.
Okay. Let me get a roll on here.
Father God, we thank you for bringing the 3 of us together today to share in what it means to worship you. Because, Father God, there are all types of ways in which to give you praise and worship and honor. And we try to be diligent and serious in our commitment to show you, Father God, that you are our everything. Pray, Father God, that you just give us traveling mercies as we leave here. And let us never forget, Father God, that no matter what the song, hymn, or whatever it is, that all songs, all praise are for you, to give you glory, to bring you honor, Father God. We thank you once again, and in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Hey friends, Pastor Michael again. If you've enjoyed this podcast, you should consider joining us on Sunday mornings. Our address is 1943 North Water Street Extension in Yorksville. We'd love to have you join us for an in-person service.